Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hello Harem podcast. I'm your host, Alex Luby, and I am joined this week with my same people, Jonathan Semrau, Anthony Luby, and Luke Farnsworth. My boys, how was your week?
I'm full of pib. I'm full of chili. I'm horny. Let's start the cast.
We're gonna have a fun story to go over about our Chili's experience. That'll be a good one to dive into here. Other than that,
wait,
yeah.
How's Luke? Wait, Luke, what are you holding there,
Who's
bud?
that little rascal in your
Our
lap?
fifth member of the Hello Harem podcast. His name is Neil Thundercock.
That's right, folks. If you're not watching this on YouTube, Luke's holding a adorably soft little plushie whose name is Neil.
He might be a cat. He might be a dog. We don't know. We don't judge. He's Neil.
Kind of looks like a loaf of bread, if I'm being honest.
he really
Yeah.
is. He's a roll of bread.
He's got that bread going on.
I think he's a unit.
Yeah,
All over, he's a unit.
Yeah, Neil. He just if you look at his face, I mean, just come on.
Yeah, show the cameras.
Borderline
Show the cameras.
Chungus status.
Oh, he is
Get that one,
Chungus
too.
level.
That one.
Why do we
There you go. Yeah.
And then a nice center.
Nice center shot of
Yeah,
Neil.
Neil makes a nice centerpiece to the table.
We'll go over how Neil came to be on the podcast, how he came in contact with this Neil guy.
So
later
stick
in the
around
episode.
for that epic story of Neil's origin.
It is quite epic, actually.
So I got actually two stories that I wanna say.
Ooh.
So they both happened today. So I was at work, and I was browsing Reddit, right? And I'm kind of bored. It's a real slow day, and I go and ask Reddit, and there's a question. It's like, "Dear Reddit, what is a story you want to tell but haven't had the opportunity since no one's asked the question on Ask Reddit?" Yada yada yada. You know, it's been like posted before, right? And the top comment with like 36,000 upvotes. I'm like, oh, this looks like a pretty fun one. So I'm reading this, and basically the story goes like this. This guy goes, a couple years ago when I was living in Japan, I was out on a morning bike ride in the rural areas, riding through some rice fields. Rice on your right, rice on your left, open road, sunrise coming up. No one was out, which I guess in that area was kind of rare. I mean, after you didn't go to like rural Japan, did you?
I rode through it, but I didn't necessarily go. Well, if you count Kawaguchiko as rural, but no, I didn't.
So I guess whatever area he was in, I don't want to say crowded, but usually there's probably someone out at 6 a.m., maybe working in the fields or just out and about. But there's no one out this morning. So he's riding his bike, enjoying the sunrise. And along a little bit down the road, there's a guy on a bench practicing the saxophone, right? And these two lock eyes. The guy with the saxophone looks at him, nods, without skipping a beat on the saxophone, just continues playing. And he strolls on down the road in this picturesque morning. So I text, I'm like, yo, if I could experience that at least once in my life, I could die a happy man. Like, and the best part is, I was reading through some of the comments that were replying to this guy, and like 4 people were like, hey, I had a saxophone guy experience too.
No way.
So basically what happened is a legend was born. The saxophone man was born in the rural countryside of Japan. So what I'm chalking this up to is, if you come across the mysterious saxophone man on your morning stroll through the rice fields, you are going to have a blessed day.
You know, I had an encounter in Kyoto with a mysterious musician myself, actually. It wasn't quite as romantic as the saxophone man, because it wasn't a saxophone, if I'm being frank. I think that's...
But is the saxophone... Well, you know.
And your name's Alex.
I was going to say, like, is the saxophone a romantic instrument? But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Dude, you play some smooth
Have you
jazz?
heard Bill Clinton play the saxophone? It is a damn romantic
As a
instrument.
matter of fact, no, I have not.
I can say I haven't either.
All of
Yeah.
my time spent with Bill Clinton, I've never heard him playing the saxophone.
So I was in Kyoto with Corporal, and we're walking down the Kawo River, I think. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of the river. It's like the most famous river in Kyoto. It's fucking huge. And we're just strolling along, and across the river, we hear an instrument. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I look to my left, and there's this lady sitting on a park bench, like, playing the shamisen. And it was like super loud all the way across the river. So me and Corbel just are like watching her, and I get my camera, I'm just like filming her, and she waves over at us, and she just continues to play the shamisen.
This is the one in the vlog, right?
Yeah, that's the lady.
And for like those who are listening or watching and don't know what the shamisen is, it is a traditional Japanese instrument that like looks like a guitar.
But
But
it's
it-
long.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a long
long,
boy.
and they sound like if you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, I know that sound." You just didn't know that it was a shamisen.
Isn't that what the girl from Zombieland Saga played?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
yeah, it
rap
is.
battle. The geisha girl, I think she was.
Yeah.
Just
The
vibing
rap
on a
battle.
shamisen. They only
In
have
the
like
rap battle. For those of you that haven't seen Zombieland Saga, it's a delight.
There's a rap battle.
it is
There is a rap
awesome.
battle.
It is so good.
I think every good anime should have a rap battle in it.
Oh, dude, I mean, they
We've
don't
listened
need
to
to
quite
have
a
one.
few.
Yeah, they'll make their own online.
I'm gonna eat this delicious
We
caramel
we're
kiss.
not going back into this, buddy.
We also
not?
have a giant mound of caramel Hershey Kisses that Luke purchased about
I did
30 minutes prior
Yeah.
to this.
We were at Chili's, and then
Oh,
Which we have a story about
we'll get
Chili's.
to that.
Let's get
Let's
into
get
that
into the
next.
Chili's
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
we're at Chili's. We're leaving Chili's, and Luke is like, "I want Oreos." So we start driving home, and we drop Luke off at Acme to pick up some Oreos, and this motherfucker comes back with a pack of Oreos, 2 boxes of cereal, and a bunch of Hershey Kisses. He's like, "Well, dude, they were selling the cereal $4.50 a box and $5 for 2 boxes. I couldn't pass up that offer. The Hershey Kisses were 3 for $10, and I couldn't pass up that offer." So this guy whipped out his coupon book, scanned his Acme card, and got all the deals and wheels.
Okay, dude, listen. You don't need a coupon book because they put the sales in Acme. They're like, "Oh, this is on sale. Here's the price. The price is above it." And you're like, "Oh, that price fucking blows ass." But when you buy it in bulk, it's a good deal.
Don't you need an Acme card to get
Yeah,
some of those, though?
and it's on my house phone number. I don't have a house phone anymore. The number doesn't exist. I still have a card on
You
it.
still get the points, though, right? Do they
I
give you
don't know.
points? Like a reward
I don't
system?
think there's points. I think you just get the deals.
Oh, that's still good in itself, I
that's
guess.
enough.
For those of you that don't know what Acme is, it is strictly to Northeast Ohio.
It's a local grocer.
It's a local
lot of
grocer.
people
It's like a Kroger's.
Yeah, or a giant beagle.
Is there giant beagles
beagle.
everywhere?
Yeah, you've never been to a giant beagle?
You guys,
Not
I,
outside of the state.
I fuck with
I
Food
haven't
Lion
either.
though.
Food
Dude,
Lion's kinda
Food
fun.
Lion.
Dude, Publix.
Public.
Publix.
But before we get
They're
too far,
littered in Florida.
you know what, John? Why don't you give him the rundown on the Chili's story since you got pibbed?
Oh fuck.
This man did get pibbed.
So I walk into a Chili's, you know? You feel that vibe?
Hold on.
What?
That was awesome.
So I
Wipes his nose for 10 seconds. So I walk into a Chili's.
He's been like kind of quiet like for like first couple minutes, and he's just unleashing it all. Okay, you can go ahead. Go on, champ.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh god.
So I'm feeling a little hungry, right? You feel me? Me and the boys, we're vibing in the podcast room with Neil, and we're like, yo, I'm feeling that insatiable hunger that only Chili's will satisfy. So we hop in my car, an Xterra, you know, because I'm an SUV guy. Riz me. You feel it? You feel it? You down with that six? Somebody better fucking riz
Rizzy.
me. I'm getting rizzed. All right? So we drive down the road to the mall. Gotta wet my mouth. So we drive down the road to the mall and we pull up to the Chili's and I'm like, yo, what's up, baby? We need a table for 4. And she's like, yo, that's gonna be like at least 20 minutes. So I give her my phone number, which I'm gonna put in the description below. Okay? So we sit on the bench. I sit gooch spread to the audience. Then we get to the Chili's. I roll up, I walk in, I hop and I pop. Anthony orders the spicy chicken and waffles. Luke orders a mushroom Swiss burger. Alex orders some kind of Chili's pasta, and I got a Chili's chili burger with ranch on the side. Before I ordered my Chili's chili burger with ranch on the side, I said, hey, yo, waiter, pib me, bruh. I'm gonna need 21 ounces of the mister. All right? The waiter was cool as fuck. Wait, I'm not done talking. Let me preach to the people. So the waiter rolls on back. He's got 4 mugs, 6 waters, 2 pibs. That's enough pib for me for like, I don't know, like 15 minutes. Down the first pib before 5 rolls out. 5, I'm telling you, 5 minutes and that pib was down my throat. So I had to nurse the other pib through my burger. The whole time we're talking to this waiter, I said, let me get the Chili's chili burger, I suppose, because I'm being Beatrice. Alex goes, hey, yo, let me get this rank-ass pasta, Zora. Anthony walks up in this bitch and says, let me get the spicy chicken and waffles, Des. Luke says, hey, yo, bruv, let me get the mushroom Swiss burger, nah. He said it. He said the nah. You feel me? You picking up when I'm laying down. You smelling when I'm stepping in. I'm not done. I'm preaching. Let me preach to the people.
Dude, wait. It's been like 5 minutes. Wait,
Not done.
Wait.
Got the story part of it.
We haven't even gotten to the story of Chili. Just describe how we ordered.
Described our orders for like 3 minutes.
My tummy hurts.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember what the story was supposed to be about.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Okay.
Okay, let's get to it.
Let me finish my story,
get
please.
To yeah, of course.
So needless to say, the waiter was a real bruh. That's the story. I'm just kidding. He was like a hell of a nice guy, and he pimped me. So, I'm not going to let that go unpaid. So we tipped the dude like $50.
Like all together,
Like all of us just kept putting money on. I took all the money out of my wallet and put it on the table just because this man gave me 2 mugs of the mist.
he got a 100% tip from me because he was such a fucking homie.
That was a
He
story.
was super cool. Did he believe we were on a double date?
No, we were just
No.
he's
Okay.
not
We were
just
stupid.
fucking-
Oh, I
He was a
accidentally told
gamer.
him that Alex was gonna fuck Luke's ass.
He said the train was pulling into the
Alex called
station.
himself gay.
This guy was so cool, he
said gay,
made
but
Alex
he's
gay.
like gaming's happy. I'm like, well, I'm fucking happy.
I'm gay.
He said,
Gay.
fuck it, I'm gay. And then he looked at me, he's like, are you gay? I said, I'm gaming. And he was like,
Yeah,
we
Luke
got a
said he-
gamer and a gay boy. And I was like, all right.
Like,
Yo,
dude,
shouts
you
to
vibe.
Chili's.
Shouts to Chili's. You know, when we usually go out, we usually get shit on by our waiter / waitress. But you know what? That guy fed into us and he made 50 fucking bucks.
Cool guy. Okay,
Or
so
she kissed one flying.
speaking of shouts, I'd like to give a shout out to our wannabe sponsor, Hungry Man. Now, in the last couple
No,
episodes,
we're not. No, no.
I talked to
no.
them and we emailed them, and they responded, but they didn't really give me a direct answer. So once again, I'm going to say, Hungry Man, we believe in your product, we believe in your message. I enjoy you. I like backyard barbecue, and I enjoy the
I
sound.
really like that one too.
And I enjoy the Salisbury steak. If you would like to give us a sponsorship, reach out to us at helloharempodcast@gmail.com and drop by and say Zura Desunya. Thank you.
I suppose.
Hungry Man.
This.
It's what's for dinner.
Deco Mori. Des.
Hungry Man. Is it in you?
It's about to be.
Anthony,
I'm
you-
about to be in the hungry man, if you know what I mean.
Whoa, this guy really likes
He's going to
Hungry
put his
Man.
dick in a microwave television dinner. That's cringe,
It'll
bro.
be hot, dude.
That's cringe.
It'll be nice and hot.
No, I'm vibing with
Hungry Man?
sure.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, let's
Sure.
get to the reason why we have this Neil guy here today. This Neil guy. Let's cut to the chase. So, after the podcast last week, we decided to go to a really cool arcade in Northeast Ohio called Round One. This was Luke's
Fight.
sister's idea.
My sister was going, and I was like, dude, we should go. And you guys were like, all right.
Yeah, we like Nya Zura, I suppose. Let's
Desu.
get the Des over there. So we were super intrigued because we saw that this place had a lot of the Japanese rhythm games, and not only are they super fun, but they're super fun.
You're right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know why I said not only. Anyway, so we go there. We're having a blast of a time. Everybody's vibing, playing some Japanese rhythm games. We played some Initial D. I kicked almost everyone's ass
Right.
in
No,
this
you-
one
you
game.
did
We
not.
I said
didn't-
almost. I said
Oh.
almost. I said almost.
All right, that one, yeah.
Yeah. So it was this game where you had these like 2 hand grips, right? And there's a button on them, and you obviously have to like hit it to the rhythm of the game. But the way you move the joystick and everything and the buttons have like a different command. So you can tap it once to hit a note. You can double hit them. You can hold in a note, and you can like shake the joysticks around. So I vibed with that one a lot. It was really, really fun, and song selection was amazing on it. Jonathan was vibing real hard on this one big circular game.
It was called Waka. WACCA.
Was it really?
Yep.
Waka. I did not know that was the real name.
Yep, that was the name of
Flocka.
it. Waka.
He's vegan.
Flocka.
Flocka, flocka.
Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka's vegan, yeah.
Is that why Hannibal was eating the lettuce?
Eats the lettuce.
You gotta
What?
he eats the lettuce.
What?
You gotta watch what's that fucking?
You gotta eat the lettuce.
Yeah, that show, Eric Andre show. Yeah.
Gotta
I
eat.
like the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
Gotta eat the lettuce.
Yes.
So Jonathan vibed with that game a lot, and we're all playing the games, and like we're slowly running out of credits, or we still have a fuck ton, and we don't know what to do with them because we've been at this place for like 3 hours at this point. So they also have the Japanese style claw machines and crane games. Well, I popped my cute little ass over there, and I and I spotted this creature, this guy. We locked eyes. This guy right here. If you're watching on YouTube,
He hasn't blinked.
yeah, that's because we locked eyes. But I spotted him, and I'm like, I want him. I want him bad. And this was like the only crane game out of like the 50 that were there with that had the 3 actual claws. A lot of the ones in Japan have either like the singular hook or the 2 single hooks that come down. This one had 3, so it was a little easier to get the prize.
Neil.
And Neil was the chosen one because he was in that specific crane game, and I wanted Neil. So it costed about 12 tokens to play this game. Alex only had about 60. Alex spent all of his tokens trying to get Neil, to no avail. I was close, but I did not get Neil. And then Luke, with a halo over his head, swipes his card, and he rescued Neil for us.
It was epic.
It was truly epic. The attendant clerk lady was around watching us play. When Luke got Neil, we all started jumping around and like going in circles, screaming like animals. It was truly a sight to behold.
She saw 3 men very giddy over.
was 4.
Jay wasn't there when we got Neil. Were
Jay
you?
was there.
Yeah,
Were
he
you
was
there when we got him?
He called.
I thought you were playing Waka
I'm the
still.
one that I'm the reason he's named Neil.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
'cause you
'cause-
called me Neil by accident,
Yeah, you
and then
thought-
just played it off by
It
calling
wasn't.
you
No, it
Neil.
wasn't on accident. I was trying to hype you up, but Luke doesn't sound hype. So I was like, "Come on, Neil!"
Neil does not sound hype.
That doesn't sound like
What?
You just called me the wrong name.
Thought it sounded epic.
I mean,
That hurts my feelings more that you did it on purpose now.
he did an epic.
Yeah,
That was epic.
Anyway,
but we got Neil.
Yeah, we did.
she saw 4 grown
Yeah.
men jumping
And-
around like little girls because we got Neil.
We almost got Neil a friend. We were so fucking close. Well, I should say Jonathan was so close. Jonathan literally had it.
He picked that furry ass up.
What
and almost
happened in the
dropped
end? Didn't know it hit the
It dropped and it hit the glass and fell backwards.
Yeah, it was like balancing on the glass in between the barrier where it goes down to win and then back into the thing, and it fell backwards. So Jonathan almost got Neil a friend. It was so close.
Well, like what was shitty was you. It was easy to grab him, except like if you've ever played these claw games, you know the claws have next to no pressure. So every time like any of us would pick him up, it would just kind of scoop one end up and tilt it. But when Jonathan got the his friend in the last grab, he actually picked the whole thing up. Like it was a fucking solid grab. He picks this furry motherfucker up, and it's going over, and then it drops on the fucking window, and he falls right back in. And that was the last credit we had.
yeah, out of anyone.
Yeah, all of us were out, and it was so close. It was disappointing.
That sucked.
That
But
was sad.
I'm really happy we got Neil actually. I think he's going to be a great addition to this podcast.
He's epic for sure.
Neil is seriously epic.
If anyone would like to fund Neil's college fund, all
That's right.
proceeds to the Hello Harem podcast go to Neil's college fund. We're going to take him to school.
Yeah, he's going to school.
No,
He
he's
wants
gonna-
to be a astro.
astrophysicist.
But
We'll
you
say
said aerospace
It was
engineer.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I said anesthesiologist.
But he's going to do that part time.
We also wanted him to be a lawyer.
Yeah, that's
He's-
his weekend
He's
job.
going to be an aerospace lawyer anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
Well, name one aerospace lawyer out there. Do it.
Who
I
does
dare you.
anesthesia on the side?
Yeah, you
None.
can.
Can't.
It
He's-
will be Neil.
One of a kind man right here.
He's
Yeah.
gonna monopolize it.
And he's super fucking soft.
He's so soft.
I could hug him for days. I seriously could. He's got like the softest fur
This is
out of
getting
any
lewd.
plushie.
This is getting too lewd.
What?
well.
You don't think he's soft?
I just don't
Feel
feel
him.
like we
Pick-
should.
Feel him.
Pick
Feel
him
him.
up.
You're not.
Pick him
You're
up.
not taking him from me,
That's
but you
right.
can feel him.
He goes, touch me.
He comes back to me.
Touch me harder.
Dude, he's so fucking soft.
And he's cradling the plushie. Anyway, back to these
Yeah,
games.
he's pretty soft.
So,
Yeah, right.
Right?
I like how his skin kind of crinkles. Whenever
It's getting descriptive.
Give me my Neil bag.
Your Neil. This was a group Neil.
Come on, Neil.
That game Jonathan was playing, you said it was Waka with two
Yeah.
C's.
WACCA.
I was going hard on that game.
So
Mhm.
I posted that
fun.
on my Instagram story, and one of my buddies from Japan, I guess that game is crazy popular over there right now.
Did Luke get it right?
yeah, no, he was
Waka.
right.
It even has like the character for it. You know how she had like the.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
she
yeah.
was
Dude,
super cute.
I know, dude. It was fucked up. She
That
was really
game,
cute.
it had a
Here's
ton
the-
of these
here's
games,
here's the round one ad
which was
for it.
super fucking dope. They had awesome song selections. Well, that one had Real on it, didn't it?
Waka?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it had
Yeah,
the
it
reels. It had a
It also
Zombieland
had,
Saga.
it had only my railgun.
Yeah, it had Railgun.
Give me chocolate.
Yeah, I played that one. I think they had two Baby Metal songs. They had Megitsune too.
I think
Did
I had
they?
Meggy tonight.
Yeah.
I played Brain Power by Noma on the hardest difficulty.
I don't know that song.
I don't either.
It's infamous for being really hard in rhythm games.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just like a million beats per second. It's got really high beats per second.
I like when they do that though. Like we were playing OS earlier because me and Jay have OS on our laptops and we're just vibing with it. I really like when you have to like hit them fast, like single notes really fast in a beat. Those are my favorite types.
Did you play the one? It was back against the wall. There were 5 buttons, and the disc things spun. You also had to tap them.
Dude, there was that one dude who was going
There
so
was
hard on
that guy was
He
going
went
fucking crazy.
really crazy on that. And he was like getting full combos too. Like he didn't miss anything.
I went over and played that, and I did like one level on easy. I'm like, all right, I think I got the hang of this. You had to spin them when the tornadoes came up and button mash and all that.
That one wasn't terrible. It
Did
wasn't.
you
it
play
was all right.
normal? I played normal, and I got bent over.
I probably played easy.
It was hard as fuck. It was
I was
like
playing Waka on hard.
spin 2 tornadoes.
Good at it.
Yeah, you were kicking ass at Waka.
Yeah,
I S'd like 4 songs in a row. I love that song.
Fucking game was awesome.
that was really fun.
All those games were a ton of fun. That
Mhm.
the one where you would face off against each other.
That was so.
That was-
Beat Coaster.
Wait,
Was it-
which
I-
one? The
it was
one,
like-
It
the
was
one
the
that I
one
played
you
first?
started playing, and then you and Jonathan
I
played.
think it's called
and then,
Beat Coaster.
It might be because like the character
Or Rhythm
that you
Coaster.
were
It
followed
was
like a track.
Awesome.
Yeah, that one was super cool, and you could see like what your opponent was doing, how far ahead they
Yeah,
were,
and
how
like
behind.
if you were playing multiplayer on your side, you could see your opponent either behind you or in front
Yeah,
of you.
Rhythm Coaster.
Rhythm coaster. That's what's called.
That
Rhythm
one was
coaster.
so
Is it-
much
wait,
fun.
Groove coaster.
Groove Coaster. Groove Coaster.
Yeah, it's called Groove Coaster.
You
So
can get it on Steam.
How the
No,
hell
you
do you play it
can't.
on
You
Are
can get it
serious?
on Steam.
I don't know if it'd be as fun.
probably not.
Yeah,
It has
I'd
mixed
like the
reviews
whole-
recently, but all reviews are mostly positive.
I want to get the actual machine. Like
Oh,
the
that'd
whole
probably
ass
be
thing. I want 2
expensive
of
as
them
hell.
so I can play friends. I don't fucking care. That'd be. Could you? Everyone has like fucking pinball machines. Air hockey, pool
pinball.
table.
It's on mobile too.
Imagine having a fucking
great, now it's
rhythm
gonna
game
get
in
an
your
anime.
basement.
Dude, I can't wait for the Groove Coaster anime.
Dude, it was so
It's
much
already
fun.
a game.
But like going back to the one dude who was just ripping it up on that one with the knobs.
That one was crazy hard.
Is it not insanely impressive to see people like so good at those games?
You don't like appreciate how good someone is at those kind of games until you play them and get fucked by the beat.
Yeah, seriously. Like these games are no joke when you get up on the higher levels, and when you see someone, especially when they have so many buttons. Like there's 5 buttons, 2 knobs, and then there's like a giant
There's
one at the bottom.
5 knobs. You had each one of these things
Wait, there's
spun.
5 knobs?
Each?
No, I'm talking about the
Oh
one
yeah,
that,
Alex. Let's just go in on a fucking
how
Groove
much?
Coaster.
Oh, they're $2,000.
Dude.
Groove Coaster's $2,000 for one machine.
Sorry, Neil, you're not going to college.
I'm gonna max out my credit card tonight. Let's get a
You
fucking
you
Groove
you
Coaster.
can't buy Waka arcade cabinets yet since it's a relatively new game.
Ooh, that's cool. It's new.
That is.
They had new
They have
stuff
it.
there. But Anthony, I'm talking about the one that dude was vibing on. Like the
The
first
one
game-
that Jay
DJ
started.
one?
Yes.
Oh my
the DJ
God,
one.
Dude, he
Jay-
freaked out
It
whenever
has
he
like
won
the
that.
blue and the pink
Yeah, that
knobs
was
up here,
fucking
and then you have buttons
crazy.
down here. Yeah, that guy was ripping it up. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, he was. You know, it's impressive to watch people. Oh yeah, Waka came out in 2019, so there was. It's really impressive to see people that are good at those games, but it's also really upsetting when you see somebody that's good at those games, and you can tell that this is all they do. Like that guy that was playing that like DJ one where it was like you push the buttons and you spin the knobs and stuff. He was like playing. He must have beat a high score on the machine or something, because he was always like, "Yes, yeah, honey, honey." He was like screaming for his
Wait, really?
girlfriend. Yes, yes. It was. I was
did
playing the
not see- I
Waka
did not
machine
see
and I heard
that.
him freaking out, and I turned the corner. I'm like, holy shit. He was freaking out.
Which one of you
Whoa.
guys said like, you're like, if you see someone doing good on those people look like they can do
That was
really
me.
good on those machines.
That was
Yeah,
me.
that
I
was
was like,
Luke.
you know, it's really sad when you look at someone. You're like, they look like they'd be good at rhythm games.
Yeah, you can just tell by how like someone looks. Alex, isn't so they had a bunch of DDR machines there too, which I don't think anyone here played, did they?
I did not.
No.
I'm horrible at
I'm
DDR.
terrible at Dance Dance
I'm
Revolution.
bad at it.
You, while we were there, you mentioned when you were in Japan, you saw this dude just tearing it up on DDR. And he had a
Yes.
crowd and shit.
Yes. So, it's my second night in Japan. Me and Corporal are in Tokyo. We're in Akihabara late at night. I think it's probably 8:30 or 9. It was dark at the point. So we're just kind of cruising the arcades and stuff, and I'm still looking for the 02 figure. But we're playing a bunch of the games, just kind of having a good time. And on the 4th floor, I believe it was I think it was a Sega arcade.
Sega.
We're up there, and like you go up the stairs, and shit's everywhere. And in the back
Dude,
right
they should have found the
corner-
bathroom.
those are,
Oh. God damn
fuck
it, dude.
off, man. What the hell?
I'm not proud.
Oh man. But anyway, what's up, Neil? How you doing? Neil's swishing around, whatever he's
Neil
got.
disapproves.
Neil
But
oppresses
anyway,
women.
so we walk up the stairs, and in the back far right corner of this this specific floor, they have a DDR, which is Dance Dance Revolution. And there's quite a commotion going on back there. So me and Corp are like, fuck it, let's go check it out. And we see these two dudes, and then this big ass crowd of people. These two dudes are going head to head together, and I guess they're
They
like
were giving each other head in the arcade. That's indecent.
when in Japan, do as the
Kinda hard.
Japanese, I guess.
One next to a Dance Dance Revolution machine, suck a dick.
Might as well.
A big one.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Anyway,
I can't. I'm not Egyptian.
Do the monster mash.
he's got a sneeze.
No, it's like something crawled out of my nose.
That's fucking gross.
It felt like I know it's nothing. This is fucked.
Okay, so
Sorry,
yeah, you're fine.
it was Parasite.
Gross. Anyway,
I have worms.
we go investigate this what's going on, and we see these two dudes just tearing it up, and they have this crowd of people around them, and they were playing Dance Dance Revolution. Like they have their arms back on the bar and everything. They're fucking like turning around, doing this crazy breakdancing shit, and I'm like, are these guys actually that fucking good? And I'm like watching them. They're nailing every note. Their scores were phenomenally high, and they're like sweating. These dudes really cared about it.
That's what they do instead of working out. Like that is a workout.
That
Dude,
is a workout.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah, it is.
And the crowd of
Sweat.
people was like cheering him on. And like when the one dude won, they were like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It was so cool to see. And this dude was like so proud of it. And the two dudes like bumped fists or
It might have
shook
been a
hands or
tournament.
whatever. It might have been. That's
they do
possible.
those. There are
Mhm.
Dance Dance Revolution tournaments.
Back whenever I had a membership at the YMCA, there was a Dance Dance Revolution machine in the rec room, and I tried it like one time, and like the left arrow didn't work, and so like I
Oh
was.
no.
So I was like, I would like trying to like, yeah, I'm grooving, and then like I'd get to the left arrow, and I'd be like grooving, and my combo. All right, gonna keep going, keep going. Oh, fucked up the combo. All right, and so I pledged to burn down the YMCA.
It's still standing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Huh.
Doesn't have legs, stupid. It can't stand.
Oh, got him.
Fuck you, bud.
All right, you got me. I see you.
You just got cornholed by Luke.
Cornhold.
Cornholed.
What's that?
Yeah.
Cornholing's butt fucking.
I have the power of Neil on my side.
You literally do. You're holding him.
Neil doesn't even have arms, dude.
Luke, your shirt kind of makes sense today. Luke is wearing a shirt that says please give me huggy wuggies, ooh woo. And he's hugging Neil.
Neil is giving him huggy wuggies.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
He's giving him all
Look
his
at that.
ooh woos.
No shit.
Oh
Neil.
no, Anthony, hold Neil.
You're allowed to hold Neil.
I don't want to hold the cat dog. This little
Yeah,
fucking
Cat
guy.
dog.
I have a bitter relationship with Neil.
Why?
Homie just walks in like he owns the place. We're giving him all our money to go to college, and like what? He lives here rent free.
Yeah.
No,
The
he's
first day
paying.
we brought him back, he did get drunk.
Yeah, he got shit faced at the table.
Yeah, he got fucked
At
up.
the podcast. Who gets drunk during the podcast? That's
What
fucked
an
up.
asshole.
I know, dude.
What an asshole.
But kind of straying on the same topic as these games. It was super fun to go to like an arcade because around here, especially, America does not have a lot of arcades. Like, if any. Like, that's why we were so excited to go to round one, is because it's like a rarity. The only other time I've seen an arcade in Ohio is Cedar Point, which that one's kind of shit.
Those places like that at theme parks or like Kalahari or something like that, I don't really. I mean, I guess you could. They technically are arcades. They have games and shit
Mhm.
where you can go spend tokens and whatnot.
Yeah, it's epic.
But I'm just like, in Japan, you have full ass buildings that are just games, or
Yeah.
like you don't really have that here. Like,
A lot of the games here are like those driving games, and like whatever gives you tickets.
yeah,
like-
me and Jonathan, we were in the back section, so pretty much the whole back section of this place is like rhythm games and stuff, which are
Yes.
super fun.
Which were the fun games.
Yeah, so me and Jonathan take a stroll up to the front, and we're just looking around, looking for something to play. And I think we played some piano game, which was kind of shitty. And then we went over and played this giant Space Invader game. I mean, it was cool. It was huge, and you had this gun, but it was still kind of shitty. So we went way to the back, avoiding all the other stuff, because they were all just boring as hell. And we played this Disney game. You could-
Disney Zoomy.
Yeah, the zoomies and whatnot. You swipe once to actually play the game, and it's just like Candy Crush. You swipe and
Mm-hmm.
connect the
It's fine.
connect the Goofies and the Platypus. But you swipe another 5 times, and you get a free like gotcha, two more. So in the end,
No. I'm saying free.
yeah, free in quotes. So we spent like 60 tokens just to get this free fucking platypus. And what did you get? You got Lotso?
I got lots of the
You got
bear.
lots of.
All you did
That's
was
right.
after you had to buy these first before you started the game if you bought them, and put them on this little sensor, and it didn't do shit. It
No,
did not do
you
a
just got to
fucking
play with
thing.
your Zoomy.
And then you just
Or
connected
zoom.
the dots. So we started. We got like 200 tokens to start the day. Me and Jonathan spent 60 on this stupid
So stupid.
little thing, and to play this shitty Disney game.
Wait. 60 of the tokens
Yeah,
on the card?
it was
Yes.
expensive.
You spent 60?
Yes.
It was like 5 swipes
It was
just to get a
really
little
expensive.
thing.
We could have gotten Garfield.
That's what I'm. Dude, if you guys wouldn't have
We
wasted
didn't know-
time
we- alright,
doing that.
We didn't know.
We didn't know. I mean,
thought it
it
would've
was
been fun.
It was a lesson learned, I
Luke,
guess.
you hear this?
I hear
They
it.
didn't know.
You know what we did play that was super fun and not a rhythm game was fishing.
I actually didn't play fishing.
The fishing was a
There
lot
was
of
no
fun.
card swipe
It
for
wa-
me.
no,
I couldn't play.
It was actually really fun.
It was actually like super
I
enjoyable.
know, it looked fun.
What was
'cause-
super cool about it was like you swiped once, and the
You could
way
play
you
forever,
kept
yeah.
playing is if you caught like fish and it gave you more points. You could keep like buying reels and keep
Oh.
playing forever.
So you basically like when you swiped it changed all of your tokens into tickets basically,
Uh-huh.
and then when the tickets ran out you were done playing. But as long as you just kept catching fish, you would increase your tickets. So like I swiped, it was like what 20 to swipe or something like that.
It was like 8. It was not
Yeah.
expensive.
It was not expensive,
really
and
cheap.
you started off with like 20 tickets or something. I had 120 by the end when I just decided to cash
Jeez.
out.
So do you cash out or do you just stop playing?
You just cash out. You have to cash out, or else it doesn't put. Or else it just
Do you
leaves your
get anything?
tickets there. You get your tickets.
And you
Oh,
could take
oh,
up the prize.
So we could have gone to buy that snowboard.
For like
It was like
680,000 tickets or something like that.
That's
Hey,
quite a lot.
I have 120 at least.
We're
Let's
on
go
the
next
road.
time. Let's go next
And you know
time.
what other game was super fun? That 4-player Halo game.
That one was fun.
That was really
really
fun.
fun. I enjoyed that.
Anywho,
Jonathan found Neil on Amazon.
How much is he?
$32.
No way!
Wait, is it Garfield too?
No, it's Neil.
That's just Neil. No, Garfield's
No,
right
yeah,
next to him. Garfield's right next to
Yeah,
him.
you can get him. Yeah, but
Okay.
But it's not the same
No,
thing.
yeah, we
yeah,
gotta
but
win it.
Neil
We gotta
was,
win it.
Neil would have been $32.
Dude, we got
33. That's
Yeah,
$32.99.
we
Oh, I
stole
shit
that,
my
man.
Pants. I'm so
Oh, God.
sorry.
Bro.
That is heinous.
But
I got excited about Neil.
the thing is, we won Neil, and that's
Mhm.
way more gratifying than just buying it.
Yeah, because the lady was like tempted to open the thing after we lost Garfield to like give it to us, and we were like, we're happy she didn't do that because it wouldn't be the same if we won Garfield.
I wish she would have just given us Garfield because Jay basically won it, and then he got.
He
dicked
seriously
out of it.
did.
He got
We-
dicked out.
yeah.
Of it. I would have been fine with her giving it to us.
I would have enjoyed.
Did you guys
Garfield
play
either
any
way.
of those claw games that like were the actual Japanese style with the one hook or
Yeah,
two
I
hook?
did.
They're
How did-
hard.
was it
I
hard?
saw
It's
Jay play it once.
so hard. I tried it twice. It was really,
Oh, yeah.
really hard.
He played it twice, and I sat there and watched him, and it just doesn't fucking work.
It's stupid because you gotta like move it into position, and then move it over how you want it, and then it lowers, and the claw goes like, like that. Yo, girl, put your pussy lips on live. I will give you
That
$1,000.
song is so fucking weird, man. That's so weird.
It's
Thank
not.
you, Luke, for making the spelling error to find that song.
Weren't we looking for a Rammstein song?
Yeah, we
Pussy.
were. I told him to play. I told him to play. Hey, Luke.
He
play
said Pussy Live, and I looked up Pussy Live, and that was the first thing that came up, and I said, "Alright, we're gonna play this first." And it's called Pussy Lips on Live by Boozy,
And it's
Boozy Badass.
Boozy Badass.
and it's a banger.
It's a banger indeed. It surely is.
If you guys want a good song to play at parties,
Don't play that.
there you
You
go.
want to get kicked out?
You want to get thrown out of a party?
Want to get thrown out of the club? There you go.
That's the song to play,
Request
man.
Pussy Lips on Live by Boozy Badass. My nose itches really bad right now.
Itch that nose, dude. Okay.
Ugh.
Well,
Alright.
anyway, we were on these rhythm games and stuff. So we kind of wanted to jump into the question or topic on why rhythm games are so popular in Japan but not here in America. Like, why? Jonathan
it's
made
just
his
Neil.
background Neil.
It's Neil, dude.
Always has
What?
been.
It's so uncropped.
I mean, shit, I don't know what you want me to
It
do.
doesn't even fit.
Yeah.
It's like just Neil's body with like his eyes staring at him.
Create new video.
But we kind of wanted to expand upon why we think they're more popular in Japan as opposed to America. Why Japan has so many more rhythm games than here. Like, Japanese arcades, having been there, are 1,000 times better than if you can find an American arcade.
Yeah, like non-existent arcades.
Yeah. They're just so much better, you know. They have so many more game options than here. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm very, very envious of the arcades there because I would spend a lot of time if we had those here at the arcade. They're so much fun just to kind of relax at, honestly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I know Jonathan and Luke kind of had some words on this. I'm not very knowledgeable as to why they are or really have any ideas. So
Yeah. Luke, what's going on over there?
I'm cuddling Neil. I need cuddles. This sad binge is killing me inside.
you're almost
Yeah,
done,
right.
bud.
I'm almost done. As a little update before we get into the topic, I have 5 shows left, and the binge is done, and it will end at about 20 shows.
That's fucked, man.
I hurt.
I seriously, dude. I told Luke. Okay, so I finished Plastic Memories the other night, and I did sob like a little bitch. I was up very late, kind of contemplating my own life, and me and Luke were talking that night about like sad animes and stuff, and I told him like, Luke, as a friend, I think you should stop because I'm actually worried.
I mean, that's why I didn't finish Clanad yet. I'm on episode 16, which is where the sad shit happens. I got there like a Sunday night. I'm like, okay, I have 5 days of work. If I start this and go through like this work week watching this sad shit, I'm not going to be okay, like mentally as a person. So I held off, watched a fun No Game No Life, finished that real quick. So tomorrow I'm going to finish Clanad, binge all 10 episodes I have left, and just hate everything about my life.
Yeah.
Seems to be how it goes.
Yeah, I was talking to Anthony and mostly Anthony, but I haven't brought this up to Luke. I think Clanad was more sad because you had so much more time to grow on the characters and like attach yourself to them. There's something about it being as it's like 4 times longer than Plastic Memories. But the thing about Plastic Memories is they drag you along like a fucking cowboy tied behind a horse, man.
Jesus
Especially
Christ.
in that last episode, they really drag it out, dude.
You still got surprised even though you knew it was going to happen, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you knew from episode 1 what was going to happen, but boy, oh boy, do they really, really hurt you in that last episode, man. Like, it is seriously not okay.
Yeah, Anthony's like, I need to hold off on Clanid so I, can be productive starting the week. I went from Clanid straight to Plastic Memories.
That's right, you did.
Yep, that was my exact.
Oh, man.
Anywho, Jay, what are your thoughts on rhythm games?
Yes, let's get into this.
Yeah, okay. So, like, I had a theory. I mean, not even a theory to, like, why they're so popular, but, why they're so popular. So, like, as a gamer,
As a gamer.
I feel as though I'm inclined to make some statements. The American video game market's fucking dead, you know? Like, the games that we produce by the major companies are all shooters. And, you know, we get shit like, oh, Tom Clancy's Wildlands or whatever the fuck. Stuff like that. We get a lot of the same. Like, you get a third-person shooter, you get a first-person shooter. It's all shooters. They're all made by the same 3 companies with the occasional Fallout or Skyrim that is in there just to freshen the taste in your mouth. And, you know, like, it's not even the game content that I think is the issue, but what you'll notice about Japanese games and Japanese companies specifically, like a very popular one that everyone knows, Nintendo. Nintendo not only changes the formulas of their games quite often, going from games like changing Zelda from like a linear story-based game to like Breath of the Wild, an open adventure game where you can literally start the game and go fight the final boss and it's over, and you can do it in like 15 minutes if you chose to do so.
Wait, really?
Breath of the Wild, yeah, you don't have to. The first objective they give you is defeat Ganon.
That's
That's it.
kind of dude. Breath of the Wild. I never played it, but I always saw you and Josh play it. Dude, it
I
looks so much
100%
fun.
completed that game.
It
Every
looks so
armor
much
set,
fun.
all Korok seeds, everything. It took forever.
I
but
need to finish that game.
I have played that game to hell and back. But there are games like that, and they change the formulas, and even more different than that with games like Waka or systems like the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo and Japanese companies, they not only change the formula of their games, but they change how you play them. So like rhythm games now aren't just something where you press a button or a key a bunch of times, like OS. Like if you play OS as like a key-bound game, you can press the keys in order. It's like Guitar Hero. Or you get games like Waka where the controller is a round touchscreen, and you can change, like the whole dynamic of the game switches up from being like a normal rhythm game to being an interactive like disc that you touch, and like they change it, like that one game where you spin things,
Yeah.
or Groove Coaster where it's like, so the game isn't just changing like how it's played, it's changing literally like how you control it, and that's very interesting. And I think that's how Japan has made rhythm games so successful, is by they don't release like Guitar Hero and Rock Band, like 2 of the same game with a slightly different controller that looks a little different. They release like Groove Coaster and Waka and like all this crazy shit where like the control scheme is completely different from game to game, and I think that's how they would keep it fresh and interesting and like an open market.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
Why do you think the American companies haven't tapped into that?
I know.
Well, it's kind of run. I mean, I'm just speculating. Luke says he knows, but like, I'm kind of speculating that American companies kind of around here, like they have the lock, you know, like you get Call of Duty is probably the biggest like game in the United States. Like all boys have played Call of Duty, all dudes, you know, and it's really hard to change the formula or break up what you're doing whenever they're still selling so much.
Mm-hmm.
And for those people that want something different, like that could really use a Breath of the Wild or like something very fresh, you really can't get it because it's so saturated in things that have already been done.
Luke, what about
Basically, what Jay said, a lot of it is sales security. You don't want to put out a failure,
you?
and that's what companies fear. That's a lot of money. When it comes to making a video game, it is a lot of money
It is
to make
not
one.
cheap.
It's not even close to cheap. So when you have companies like Bethesda who put out Skyrim 6 times, they do it because it's sales security. They know that they can sell it, they know they can make money off of it, and they know that it won't fail. Same with Call of Duties. They're all the same because the system, if it works, you don't fix it.
Yeah, it's which is where like in the case of like the United States game market, and I would assume like maybe even like the European and United Kingdom market, like things like that. A lot of the really interesting games that you can find, like the cool shit, like The Long Dark, and the
Yeah, that
like
game is
Risk of
awesome.
Rain and stuff like that. The really interesting stuff comes from like indie developers, and they will never sell as good as the big name stuff because they simply just don't have the money to market it and get it out to the people.
Do you think like a reason why Americans haven't like tapped into rhythm games like that so much is because in Japan they already have like the established culture of arcades being very popular, whereas we talked about here earlier, arcades are not as popular. So they have a huge physical booth that you can actually like play, and you go to this place and you play this giant machine, where you can't really like do that with a Call of Duty or a Skyrim or anything of those like they say
AAA titles, yeah.
titles like that. I mean, you go to a place, they might have like a little Call of Duty shooter and like a CC's Pizza or something.
Yeah.
But do you think that could be like a reason why in America, it's like, well, we don't even have arcades. They're not really popular. So would we even attempt to make something like Waka or anything like of that nature?
Yeah, I think that probably has a lot to do with it. You know, in Japan, Alex has been there. He said the arcades are like, they're not like a building. Like they're like several floors of games is from what I understand.
Yeah.
Whereas here, like the closest thing we have to an arcade that is widely available is like a CC's or a Chuck E. Cheese. And in those places, you're going to get games that are geared towards like tickets and things like that. And yeah, you're right. Like the games that are very popular over here are like the shooters and stuff. And, you know, I'm not going to say I don't play violent video games, but like a violent game is, like much harder to put in an arcade. So like what's popular over here are like the Call of Duties and the Halos and Gears of War and stuff like that. Where in an arcade, you're right, they'll have the games that are like you pick up the rifle and you shoot it, but like even those, it's like they're all the same.
Yeah, you're still doing the same thing.
You're doing the same thing.
Mhm.
And I have a lot of respect for like game developers and like game companies that aren't afraid to make something weird, you know? Like the idea of a game where the screen is in the center of a giant disc that you touch all around and you just kind of like move your hands and you swipe and you tap and you do all this stuff. That's really ambitious. Like that's going totally astray from what the market is saying works. And when you do that, you're putting a lot of money on the line, and I guess if you have the money to do it, it's like, oh, we'll make it a mini project. But it takes a lot of balls to put something like that out, because it might not sell, and you might lose a lot of money doing it.
Yeah, because you're not only making just like the code for the game, you are making a physical product.
You have to produce the cabinet. Like,
Yeah, you have the cabinet. You have like the touch sensors in the the circle.
which work perfectly. by
they
the
were
way.
super sensitive.
You barely touch it, and it registers like right away.
It was just crazy. That game, that Waka specifically, caught my attention the
Very
most.
ambitious.
Never seen anything like it
Never.
before. Absolutely amazing.
I think the thing is that, especially with rhythm games, it could be quote unquote the same formula,
Mm-hmm.
but it's never the same.
Yeah.
You could go from one
Yes.
rhythm game to the other. The entire premise is the exact same. You want to hit the notes when they get to a certain part of the screen and the beat of the song. And that's the premise across the board. But you could have so many different mechanics to do that every single time you play a rhythm game, you could play the same exact song on 6 different cabinets and it'd feel like a different song every time.
You know what else is like pretty cool about that? So they have obviously a pretty decent song selection on most of these things anyway.
Very large.
You know, they can always add more songs with like updates and stuff. Whereas if you update like a Call of Duty and get like another map pack,
Yep.
you're still getting the same thing, just a different terrain.
At its core, it's the
Like
same.
you could get a song that you just totally fuck with, and I mean, I could spend like an hour playing through Railgun like 100 times.
Yeah,
to see if I
just
could beat my own score
Getting
with
like
it.
perfect at it. I get that.
And you go the next week, and there's another song you really like, or another 10 songs you really like. You can just keep going back.
I mean, it helps too that on some of these games, man, there's like 75 to 100 songs to choose from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you're bound to like at least a couple of those in the selection.
Oh, of course.
So if you're trying to perfect your like score in one of them, you get sick of it eventually. Just move to another song. 'Cause I guarantee there's got to be dozens in there that you like.
I'm gonna make like a weirdly controversial statement.
Let's hear it.
Right about now.
We're getting controversial on a podcast.
Yeah, that's fine.
today,
I
man.
mean,
I'm down with it.
I play a shitload of video games, and I'm on an anime podcast, so anything I say, take it with a grain of salt. I'm a dweeb, big fucking nerd.
Nerd.
I think that the violence that is portrayed in video games, and I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna say, oh, violent video games cause all the trouble in the world. I think the violence in the video games that we're selling is the problem with the market, because whenever you create a market that is obsessed with like the weapons and the guns and all that, and I'm not going to say there aren't violent video games that are ambitious. There was Sekiro and Dark Souls and things like that. Those are really cool games, and they have their own mechanics.
I'm not going to say that I'm agreeing with you for the most part.
Yeah.
In that I feel like we're really shitting on Call of Duty right now.
I'm
honest and
shitting on any
truthfully.
shooter.
Yeah, but I mean, like, honest and truthfully, we are at our core shitting on Call of Duty. It's the same thing every time. All people care about are gun skins in it. Nobody really cares about the game itself. But like, at the same time, you have third-person shooters, which are a completely different realm.
Yes.
You have your Mass Effects, Spec Ops: The Line, which I don't know if any of you guys have ever played or even heard
That's
of
a
it.
cool game.
That game is awesome.
Yes.
It is one of
Never
the,
got a sequel
It never got a sequel. It's
because it
got
got
one, of,
swept under the rug.
got one of the best stories I've ever played in a shooter.
Got
Fantastic.
swept under the rug by Call of Duty, or just big
Just
name
in
Just mass
general.
market games. Yeah.
big name shooters.
It's from a company in Berlin called Jaeger.
Yeah.
So if you've never even heard of them, that tells you how
There you go.
how that went.
That's all I needed.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, I think that the market is too obsessed with violence, and when you come to games that aren't violent, like, what's a game that comes to mind right now? Like, I'm gonna say Breath of the
Mario.
Wild, but like the Mario games, like, yeah, the Mario games, like, what they've been changing the formula on these recent games, like, boom, every single time. Like Mario Odyssey to what was the new one? Mario 3D World. I don't
3D
know.
World.
The
Well, I
new-
mean, like, shit, you could even just say just the three-dimensional ones.
Yes.
You go from 64
Yep.
to Sunshine, which adds a whole ass
Wait,
mechanic.
by the way, they're rebooting that for Switch.
Are
They're-
they
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
they're bringing out a
Yeah.
trilogy
Ooh,
of.
that's
It's going to be.
exciting.
64 Sunshine,
Sunshine and
and
Galaxy.
Galaxy, all in one pack.
Dude.
Yeah,
But you
super
have
exciting.
like even just the Mario 3D games. You don't have to talk about the 2D games at all because the 2D games did something completely different on the side.
They created platforming.
Yeah.
That was their market.
Yeah, like it might as well be like you have Mario, you have your 3D games and the 2D games. You cannot put them in the same category, even though they're both the same exact game.
I just thought of something interesting.
Yes.
Do you think that the reason those games aren't as popular in America as shooters are is because the multiplayer?
I
Partially.
partially, but I also think you'll see this on a lot of forums. People like kind of push Nintendo into the corner of like kids games.
That's
As-
what I was thinking.
As
the
soon
same
as a
thing.
game has an E for everyone tag, everybody kind of just goes towards like, oh, that's a game for kids. You know, like Breath of the Wild was rated T for violence and things, and that game was a masterpiece. But it's kind of already like everybody loves it, and everybody that's played it will tell you how fantastic the game was. But you're gonna hear more about like what's the Halo 5 coming out.
I think six.
Six.
Halo
Six. You're
6.
going to hear more about Halo than you are about the Breath of the Wild sequel that has been announced and is being worked on
For a while.
for
now.
a while.
Last E3 they announced.
They
it.
announced it, and you're not going to hear shit about that till it drops, and then you're going to hear about it. Nothing else, because
It's gonna
everyone's going to talk about
drop
how
off.
Warzone got an update. You know, our market is obsessed with the violence in all the games.
I think I don't want to go any farther on what I'm about to say because
Go
I
ahead.
don't want to make it political at all. That's
go
the
ahead.
last thing I want.
Yeah, of course.
But I think a lot of it,
we're not a political podcast.
no, and I don't want to touch on it a bit, but I think a lot of it dives into the Americanism. You know what I mean? Like the gun-toting, strong,
Toxic patriotism.
Thank you.
toxic.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I think
exactly
that's
what it is.
really where it is.
You don't
It's
got to
in-
get political, but I fucking will.
I don't want to go anymore.
I'm
on
not
it.
gonna get, like,
we still
political,
we still got
but
some stuff to get
we
to.
do.
But I think that's really where it comes from because
Yes.
people are like, "What Mario compared to Call of Duty? That's not cool. That's not tough. You know, I want to shoot a gun.
Did
I
you
want
play the
to."
new Mario Odyssey? Did you play Mario Odyssey?
No,
Fucking
I
masterpiece.
watched. Yeah, I
It
watched
is a
people play it.
masterpiece.
I watched so many things on it. It's so fucking.
Dude, I
awesome.
played through Breath of the Wild. I played through. They created. Here's another one. Have you guys heard of XCOM?
Yeah.
Yeah,
XCOM
absolutely.
Enemy Unknown.
Absolutely.
Nintendo created a game where they. I don't.
It was Rabbids Mario versus
yeah, I was
Rabbids.
gonna say I don't totally agree with who they merged with, but they did Mario Raven Rabbids.
Really?
And they did an XCOM style game where it was a strategy turn-based game
with
where-
Mario
with
characters
Mario
versus Rabbids.
versus well with the rabbits. You were against Mario enemies.
But why?
Or
but,
Mario
like,
and
here's
Rabbids,
the
it's
thing.
something like that.
Here's
Mario
the thing.
rabbits
Like,
something.
why
to
didn't
that
I hear
effect.
about it? Because it's not cool.
It was
it's not
be-
tough,
okay.
man.
I have played XCOM. I have played XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I have played XCOM 3. That is 2 of the 3 XCOM games. Nintendo did it better. They made it look better. It was more fun to play. The XCOM games are like, you upgrade your shit and research these materials, and you skip all the information because it's like, oh, we discovered this and this. Mario was like, hey, you found a plunger gun, shoot it at this plant, and you did it. It was fun. And it was really, really, and there was boss. It was fun.
I completely agree with you. I think I would find the Mario X Raymond Rabbids way more fun than XCOM. But
and
but
they added
it's not,
multiplayer to
But
it.
to a lot of people, it's not like that cool, gritty kind of thing. You know what I mean? Essentially, I'm just drawing back to the point that I said earlier. It's that. What'd you say, Luke?
Toxic
The
patriotism.
toxic patriotism, the American way, the American way, America, man, America. I think that's, at the end of the day, in my opinion, I think that's where the root of the, if you want to call it an issue, a problem,
Yep.
I think that's where it
And
stems.
we could talk about this for
I was
hours
gonna
and
say,
hours and
I'm-
hours
I'm
and hours.
really into it.
I
but
could really talk about this for a long time, but like just as like a closing statement, it's just the bigger game companies that have a lock hold on the market and know how to advertise and have the money to advertise and can put these games out and have a very loyal fan base that are kind of crushing all of these very like beautiful, ambitious indie games that have spent maybe not as much money and might not look as good, but they have their charm and they play well and they're fun. And I will put more hours into Celeste, the platformer, than I will put into Call of Duty in any day of the week. Like that is, it is, I think if we were to open our market up to more ambition, then it would just be a more beautiful
I think the
thing.
gaming industry as a whole would just blossom.
that's what I
it'd
said.
It'd be like a renaissance.
I opened it by saying the American game industry is fucking dead because
Yeah,
I
you
do
did. I
believe
remember that.
I believe that
Yeah.
Nintendo is the only good thing we can get around.
My closing statements are: shouts Shovel Knight.
Big shouts, Shovel
Big
Knight.
shouts Shovel
That
Knight.
game was ambitious as fuck and fun.
Don't take anything when we talked about toxic patriotism too seriously. We're a bunch of losers that listen to anime girls sing and dancing lesbians all the time.
Shouts
Dancing
Love
lesbians
Live.
are the
Shouts
best.
Love Live.
Shouts Love
We listen to a lot of dancing lesbians, and we are not very political, nor do we hate on. All right,
Anyone's
I'm gonna-
political ideas. If you like what you like, you
We're
don't
all
like
wrong. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Fuck
It,
you.
it doesn't
Everybody's
matter.
wrong.
Everybody's wrong. You're wrong. We're wrong. Everybody's wrong. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At the end of the day-
let's just all chill, watch some smooth jazz.
At the end of the day, we can all get along while having different opinions on
If
everything.
Yeah,
we can get
exactly.
together and play a dating sim together, well, by fucking God, I don't care what party you voted for.
Well, it's a good thing, Jonathan, you brought up dating sims because that goes right into our next topic, buddy.
Oh man, that was almost like it was planned.
So keeping it on the topic of video games and things like that, there is an anime we want to throw in, but we'll get to that. Keeping it on the topic of video games, we wanted to go over Japanese games specific.
Non-violent games, might I add.
Sure. Well, I have Nier Automata.
Oh,
But,
it's a great game.
It is. But we want to go into like Japanese games and not necessarily
Treyarch.
Fuck Treyarch.
staying
Fuck Treyarch. All my homies hate Treyarch.
Shouts to the zombies from Call of Duty Black Ops. though.
Keep talking, Alex.
Okay. But we wanted to stray away from like the Nintendo Sega aspect of Japanese games and get more into the niche market, if you know what I mean. I'm talking dating sims, Neko Para,
Like
Visual novels.
visual novels,
Data Live Rio Reincarnation.
Data Live, and things like that. And there isn't
Planted.
Clanad.
Clannad,
Yeah,
yeah, they have a
I
visual
have the
novel.
visual novel of Clanad on my on Steam. But there is an anime as well, which we will get to after we talk about these games, called One Room. So let's get into these games first, and then we'll get on One Room and how we felt.
So first and foremost, I haven't played a lot of dating sims. You guys kind of cucked me over when you finished Honey Pop without me. Big.
I don't feel bad.
No shouts to you.
Me
You
either.
took my girl and you
We
violated
took all
her.
9 of them.
Yeah, I know. In one night, I'm like, don't do this to me. Let
I
me
plowed
have this.
Serious Mound that night.
Yeah, fuck you guys. But
I'll do it again.
dating sims are. You hear like dating sim and you're like, what the fuck? What kind of loser plays this shit,
The
right?
guy that played through Honey Pop by himself.
Yeah, Jonathan would give us updates like, bro, I collected 3 of the 9 panties. Let's go.
He collected
I
her
did. I
panties.
know. I organized my inventory so they were all in the bottom row so I could bask in my work.
Did you color organize them too?
I did not.
Like
I did,
lightest to
by
darkest?
order of when I got them. Starting with Ico.
That's fair. I think you could either do it by order when you got them, like time frame wise, or color code them.
Shouts Ico.
Shouts Ico.
Shouts Ico. And
Ico's a real
that
G out
game,
here.
playing
did
that
it
game
this
like
time.
with the group, with the boys, was so much fun.
That was
Go
Can't
like
wait for the
each
second
person,
one.
We went on a date, and then you would see where you got the date, and then
We
see-
would go day by day.
Yeah, we'd take
Yeah.
it day by day, and each person would move on to a day and be like, "Oh, add this combo. She really likes this kind of
She
present.
hates romance, but she likes.
She likes
Sports.
talent. She really likes talent.
So you got to connect and it was we were strategizing this shit.
Yeah, we're like playing the
It
game
was
cross cubes
really
or whatever,
cringe.
and we're like, no, don't do that. Hold on, dude, you got.
Yeah, dude, you got some broken hearts coming out. Send in Lieutenant Bear.
We had two people playing spotter and one guy being sniper.
Dude, who's our healer?
It was
Hito.
it was so much fun to play that. And, I can't wait for the second one to come out. Honestly, I'm super hyped for it.
Okay, here's another thing in the vein of Honey Pop. Fuck, I'm gonna sound like such a
Do it, man. Do it.
Let's go.
So last
go.
night I was browsing the Steam store, which is an awful way to start this. I was browsing the Steam store, and I was like, I beat Honey Pop. What's the next game I can play? And I forgot that Honey Pop Studios made another game called Honey Cam Studios, and I was like,
Oh right, that's like
it's an idle
idle
click
game.
game. It's an idle game where you manage the Honey Pop girls.
No, they're
Oh,
an
that
idol
sounds
group.
They're all
awesome.
cam
No,
girls.
no, not idle. They're cam whores.
They're cam girls.
But it's like idle as in like you just watch it, but you like manage. You're like, I want you in. I
IDLE,
want you
not
in the strip
IDLL.
club, and I
Oh,
want you
okay.
in the Love Hotel. It's shit like it's really sleazy. But I was like, it was on sale. I was like, am I gonna buy this?
I have
And
my
so,
own debit
so,
card.
so I clicked on the game trailer, and the trailer starts with this summer, but like because it was like the old one. It said
this summer.
brought to you by the degenerates that made Honey Pop. And then it gave like a really weird cam tutorial, and it like insults you in the trailer. It's like, are you a sleaze bag with nothing better to do than spend $15? And I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
They're
really-
honest.
Yeah, but then like Honey Pop 2
that
is
would
coming
make me
out.
buy it.
I'm gonna pre-order Honey Pop 2.
When can we pre-order it?
I'll let you know
I
here in a second.
Honesty
checked for like
wins
a
sales.
release. There was like no official release yet.
Mhm. That reminds me of like when Jonathan mentioned like, are you a degenerate
Yes.
sitting in your room playing games alone?
Yes.
That made me
Nah, I'm with the boys.
with the boys is true. That reminded me of the time we were playing net.
Nice.
Oh, wait,
Alex looks so
in-
Jay, if you
pissed.
interrupt me one more time,
In the
I don't
Honey
know what I'm
Pop
gonna
2 Wikipedia, it says the release date will not be announced until the developer is, quote, 100% sure there's no way he can fuck it up.
dude, I'm down with it.
That's that is.
Oh wait,
That's
before
right there.
Alex goes too far and I interrupt him,
I'm gonna do it.
did you
Thank
guys
you.
did you guys hear that Yandere Dev finished 1/10 of the game?
No way, a whole 10th?
He finished one of the 10 rivals in the game.
Honey Pop 2 Double Date will feature not only double dates, but three-way dates?
This
That's
brings,
sketchy,
this is
man.
bringing something to the
There's a
table.
lot on there.
We're gonna need some more spotters.
Orgies.
Dude, I
Honestly,
guarantee
he's
that's
probably
gonna-
on the right path.
There's going to be
Luke
orgies.
Farnsworth calls it right here.
This on today, September
the date?
4th, 2020 at 10:41
10:43
p.m.
It is Friday.
Friday. We Rent a Girlfriend came out. Anywho,
Luke calls it.
Wow.
I call it orgies.
The Honey Pop developers' Twitter is Q Sugar Dust at honeyq. Honeyq.
Q was
Q was the
awesome.
best.
Q
was
was
the
the
best.
best. Yeah.
Okay, we're dropping this. Alex, go on.
All right, yeah, but
Sorry,
that
I'm
reminded me of.
The
Okay.
game's 96% done.
Jay, shut the
Sorry.
fuck up. Sorry. Anyway,
Sorry.
sorry, dude.
Sorry.
Sorry, Randy.
Sorry, dude.
Anyway, so I bought Neko Para Volume 0 through 4. That's not the worst part. But me and Jonathan were playing it one night. We beat Volume 0. We got halfway through Volume 1.
Oh no.
And then during quarantine, I was playing a lot of Neko Para myself. I didn't get very far. I didn't get to any of the exquisite parts. So we're up in my room playing it one night. It's Anthony, Jay, and I, and we're just playing some Neko Para, vibing with the boys, teaching the cat girls how to work at a cafe.
Vibing.
And well, if you haven't played Neko Para, I strongly suggest it. Don't play it when anybody's around if you want them to think. If you don't want them to think less of you. Well, we're playing Necopart, and I knew this game could get lewd. I didn't know to what extent. I just knew there was an uncensored version and there's a censored version. So I was like, oh, there's probably lewd pictures. You know, it's a very popular dating sim.
We have the censored version, right?
Unfortunately, we
Steam
do.
only sells the censored version, which is why I
Yeah.
refuse to buy it until I can find it on a not sketchy website.
Yeah, I mean, censored version aside, it's awesome. The art in it's great, and they're fucking cat girls. Yeah, the art's great.
I'm
Literally.
Catgirl the guy.
But we're playing one day, and Jonathan is up to bat. So he's Jonathan's running the controls, and we're just all reading the
Why
dialogue.
you gotta call me out
Well,
like that?
Up to bat.
well, little did we know that for some reason Chocolo was acting super weird.
I called it as soon as the episode started.
Yeah,
You
Chocolo
did.
was
You-
just acting weird, man. She was like, "Master,
You
this and that,
You
and
smell good.
you smell good."
really good.
I said, dude, I think Chocola's in heat.
So, Jonathan's premonitions were indeed correct. Chocolo was in heat,
And they used the exact words I said.
they literally did use. And Vanilla was like, "Chocolo, you're in heat."
No, she said, you're wet. And then Chocola was like, no, I'm not. And then Vanilla was like, you're in heat.
Regardless,
I knew it, you're wet.
We
That was it.
conquered Chocolo that night,
Because
and
we're
then
good owners.
and then shortly afterwards, Vanilla just happened to go in heat as well. Well, Vanilla got conquered.
So you gotta be the best kind of cat girl owner you can be, and
Exactly, take care of your cat
take care of the
girls.
cat girl.
What if Neil's in heat?
Look, is Neil in heat?
Well,
Well,
Nah, he's a little hungry.
okay. Oh, okay.
Just give it time, bud.
Here, give him one of these.
But where was I going with this? Necopara is just honestly, dude, it's a super fun game. I really enjoyed playing it so far. The art in it's
Especially if you're
great.
horny.
The voice acting is awesome. It's really good if you're horny. Which every guy from the harem, this is the horny harem. The hello horny harem boys. The hello horny harem homies.
plus Neil.
Plus Neil. Neil's just as horny as us. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look at him. He's looking you dead
But
in the face.
it's
He's
a
horny.
super fun game, and I would love to play more dating sims. Not only because I'm extremely lonely, but because they are super fun. Honestly, I enjoy playing them with the homies.
It is a lot of fun with the homies. The way you can strategize and figure things out. I mean, well, with Necopara,
And laugh
there's
when
no
something just
there's
fucked
no
up happens.
strategizing with Necopara. It's just a visual novel. You click and
You
fuck.
click like the space. You click whatever key
Click
you
to
want.
fuck.
I mean,
You
essentially,
fuck.
you just have to get past the dialogue, and then next thing you know, you're in a
Welcome
bed
to
with
Anthony
two cat
Luby's
girls.
Quick and Fuck. Wait, Click and Fuck.
Quick and fuck.
It's
I
like
don't
it's
know,
It's
like
like
a
Jiffy
majority's
Lube,
drive
but you
through.
pay Anthony $20 and you get to fuck his ass.
God, that
That
is it.
too. Whoa.
Gotta cream your cabbage, boy.
Jeez.
I was gonna say, when it comes to like visual novels and stuff, I think that the real selling point is that it's just a story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same thing as buying a book, but it's interactable, so you can see the characters that you're.
Yeah,
like you're
justify
reading.
it for me, Luke.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm not saying. It's not just Necopara. There's other fucking visual novels and shit, dickhead.
I know, I'm not just saying Necopara either, motherfucking dick noggin. I'm just saying.
Listen here, peepee face. I'm
Listen
gonna
here,
fucking...
gaping asshole that I've seen. looks like Luke wants to get his cherry
look
popped.
at me, I'm John, I'm a
Neil in
fucking
front of
gay
Luke to hurt his feelings. You want to get these fucking Hershey Kisses popped up your noggin, dude? Right up the noggin.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of your dad.
Dude, come on.
You're gonna cry.
Speaking of horny, so like, there's a game
Horny.
that at least two of us, possibly three, I don't know if Luke has, played Nier Automata. Really fun game. Really
Awesome,
pretty game.
awesome.
Alex, you have the body pillow, don't you?
okay. Let me.
Alex
Let
has
me
a
get
body
into
pillow.
that.
Alex
Hey, we
has a
can-
bo-
uh,
Alex
yeah,
has a body pillow.
Actually, there's a
Alex.
story to that. So,
Yeah, tell the story.
all right. So,
Not that one.
what? So Anthony and I are in a band. We were going to film a music video and the music video required a body pillow. Well,
Required or you wanted one?
Okay, that's the thing. It required one. I did not explicitly ask for one.
Why did it require it?
It was a weird music video. The concept was super weird. But so our bassist and screamer, I call him Juice Man. Shout out. He asked us a question a couple
Juicy
weeks
K.
ago.
Shouts, Juice.
Juice guy.
Juice
Juice guy. But he ordered a 2B body pillow because he likes 2B. Well, Justin bought the Justin's our guitarist. Justin bought the pillow itself, and at the time Justin lived with me, so the pillow was at my house, and Juice brought over the cover. Well, these guys, after filming the music video, forgot the pillow. So I'm like, I like anime. I'll take this thing with me.
Ugh.
So I took it home, and 2B resides on my bed every night I sleep.
Okay, well,
Well,
One
I'm
leg
just getting to
thrown
one more
over.
part. So at that point, everybody's like,
Okay.
dude, you're such a fucking weeb. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I never bought my own body pillow. Because I didn't. I did not buy it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't get it in any way. Well, anyway, a couple weeks ago, I ordered a 02 body pillow, which still hasn't gotten here because it's been in shipment and back and forth and all the
didn't it
fucking
go to your
time.
old house?
It went to my old house.
So whoever lives
you-
there now
you
has
put
a
in-
02 body pillow?
You put in the
Yes.
wrong address.
PayPal put in the wrong address.
My ass.
They did. I
My
put in
ass
That's
the-
poop.
That's poop. Sorry.
Anyway, I still don't have a fucking 02 body pillow.
Okay. Well,
Moral of the story.
back to what I was saying about... Jesus Christ,
About
Alex.
near.
Back to what I was saying about near and horny. So, there's this achievement called "What Are You Doing?" And so, if you look up 2B's skirt while playing the game, the camera angle changes, and she'll look at the screen and like swipe her hand, saying like, "Don't do
Yeah.
that." So if
Do you have
look,
that achievement, Jay?
I do. If you look up
Good
it
man.
10 times, it gives you the achievement, "What are you doing?" So you have to look up her skirt. After the 10th time, she looks at the screen like, really, like, what the fuck are you doing? And then she swipes her hand and flips the camera around so you can't look up it anymore.
You know, that kind of reminds me. My buddy Kyle would always play
Shouts Kyle.
Resident Evil 4.
Big shouts, Kyle.
Shouts Kyle.
And
Is
I
that,
can't
wait,
remember.
Cone?
Yeah, Cone.
Cone.
Big
Cone.
I thought you were talking
Shouts
about one
Cone.
Shouts
more.
Frick E Gaming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Frick. Big shouts, Frick.
Let's give him a quick shout out real quick. If you're watching on YouTube, real good gamers.
Frick Esports.
Rick
Follow him on
Esports,
Twitter.
Follow them on Twitter. They're bulling. These boys bull. You can catch them on Rocket League. Catch them playing Rocket League.
Rocket
These guys
League.
went to Replay FX and we're the house team. Anyways, follow Frick Esports for some funny content and epic gaming. All right, let's get back into it.
All right,
Okay, back to
so
the podcast.
Kyle is like really, really good at Resident Evil. I mean, he knows this game inside out, like the back of his hand. Could play it blindfolded on fucking expert mode. and
Really
shit.
respect people that
With
can
his
play that game like
toes.
that.
He can
With
probably
his
play with
toes.
his toes.
So there's a girl in the game named Ashley. She's the president's daughter who you have to go save in Raccoon City. And if you look up her skirt, I think like the same thing. I don't know if you get an achievement, but like some sort of mechanic happens and you get like slapped or some shit like that, or I don't know. That just made me think of that, you know, because that shit's been happening since Resident Evil 4. I don't know when that game even came out.
It's an old game.
It's
Yeah.
not that old. It was early 2000s.
Early 2000s, I think.
It's just
Yeah.
Dude,
like
it's
it's
at
just kind
least,
of
like-
funny
it's
that
at
that,
least 15
that, that
years
I mean, yeah,
mechanic
it's
is
like
still like
old,
there.
Yeah, I think those mechanics are super funny.
There's
I
a lot of
like
really
them.
funny things that games do like that. Like I think the most famous one is the chickens in Zelda.
What?
Are you familiar with that?
You don't know about the
in,
cuckoos?
yeah, in,
Huh.
in Zelda, if you so you can hit a chicken once. Nothing will happen to you. You can hit it again. Nothing will happen. You hit it like 3 to 5 times, I think, like that. Off screen, like 100 chickens fly out and kill you. Like an
Really?
instant kill.
Every single Zelda
Every
game.
Zelda game that's
There's
ever
not
been made.
one Zelda game that doesn't happen.
Dude, that's cool.
In Breath of the Wild, when you do it, chickens just start spawning and attacking you. And there was actually a guy, who I forget who it was, but he used the chicken mechanic to kill what are they called? The like half lion, half horse guys.
Oh fuck. It doesn't start with an S.
I don't remember, but he used the chicken mechanic to kill one of those.
And there's like a big.
That's pretty crazy.
Lionel.
I know.
Yeah,
Lionel.
he used the like he hit the chicken and then would run away, and the chickens would attack the Lionel, and he used that to kill one, which is
That
the
is
hardest enemy
super
in the game.
smart. That is cool.
Well, it took a long time. It's not easy,
Yeah.
but like
I mean,
it's funny.
That's really cool. Another cool mechanic, going back to Necopara, is you can. If,
the physics.
How do I the physics?
The physics.
Man. The breast.
Oh yeah, you can
physics.
turn up boob bounce.
And you can like if you pet the cats, you can get achievements.
Yeah,
And
pet
if
the
you-
cat. Is
yeah,
that what they're
pet.
calling it
we'll,
these
we'll
days?
put air quotation around pet the cat, but also if you pet the cat, but you get achievements, and like those are just little mechanics that developers throw in that are just
They're cool. They're nifty.
quirky,
Yeah, quirky.
cool, fun.
What I wanted to say about
Horny.
visual novels before Jay started being an asshole to me was, yeah, you know what? I got one of those too, buddy. I even
Eat a
got
fucking
two.
dick, Luke.
Suck my balls.
Fuck you, bud.
Was that I think visual novels are so popular because they realize that they're stories.
Mhm.
That's it. Whereas like games like Telltale games, they're popular over here, but I don't think that they're as popular as like visual novels are and things like that over in Japan.
Yeah.
And I think that's mostly because it's filled with fake gameplay. Like you don't actually do anything through
That's
it,
true.
but they
You-
try to emulate gameplay.
Mhm.
Like they button mash, quick time events, things like that. That's not gameplay. I don't care what anybody says. That's not fucking gameplay. That's just you giving someone something to do because you're trying to make a story.
It's
and
making
you're-
sure you're paying attention.
Yeah, it's basically making sure that the people playing aren't bored.
Yeah.
Whereas like visual novels, they're like you know what you're getting into when you buy it. You're just buying a story.
Yeah.
You're clicking through it, and you're there for animation to the story. It's the same thing as like watching an anime. You're watching animation to the lines that we read because we can't read, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude.
You know what
We
I'm
just
getting-
See a couple like weird.
There's like weird
Squiggly
scribbles at the
line,
bottom,
yeah.
and you're trying to stare at those, and then you look at the people
The
doing it.
fuck's that all about?
But like it's the same idea as like TV shows being adapted from or books to movies even.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Harry Potter, it's the same idea that your words on a page become animations and live action and you're given visuals to what's been described in the story.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's why visual novels are so popular and I feel like that's why visual novels are what they are. Like
Yeah.
it's not all horny. It's not all
No, because
about fucking cat girls. Like Reincarnation it's not lewd at all. There's zero lewd in it.
and like Clanad, like I've read a lot that the visual novel for Clanad is a lot more sad than the actual anime.
Oh Jesus Christ! Now,
Yeah.
Oh man.
And there's the thing, like obviously with like an anime, any show or movie in general, it has a definite ending unless there's a sequel, right? So like you can't watch the movie 10 times and have a different result. Well, with Clanad, you can have different endings. Everyone's like, if you get the good ending, this happens. If you get the bad ending, this happens. So it's like there's a lot of different things that can happen other than horny.
Like you get like, well, I haven't played Doki Doki Literature Club. Isn't Doki Doki Literature Club like fucked?
Incredibly,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's not
it
cool.
is.
It's also super hard to get the good ending.
It's not cool.
Yeah, it's
dude.
not. Okay. The first time I played it, so I believe I was told that this ending happens every single ending for the first one is the same. Is that correct?
I do.
I don't
want
want to
I
spoil
don't
it
know.
in case anyone hasn't played.
I do not know, but we probably
Okay.
just
Well,
keep it generic.
yeah, just for the sake of this this statement, but what happens is like. Again, this might be a spoiler, so if you guys haven't played Doki Doki Literature Club, do not listen to this. Skip ahead 10 seconds.
10
like-
seconds.
Yeah, because it's quick. But, like, the screen, like, fucks up. Like, it glitches out, and I thought my game was broken. And, like, my computer's cursed. Like, this bad thing happened. What the fuck? But, I was later reading that it's supposed to happen. It was crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It was really weird. But, I forget my, beginning statement, honestly.
It was just
Normal
about
ending.
Like, the ending of Doki Doki Literature Club, and just I don't even
The
remember.
ending wise,
It's
I
not.
kind of forget where
It
this
says
whole-
it's normally the first ending people get.
normally. Okay, so we won't say it just because it's not the guarantee.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's
A
big
lot of
fuck.
video game talk today. I
Oh,
actually
yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Gamer talk.
I really did. I could see the passion in Jonathan and Luke's eyes when they were talking.
Oh my
Like,
God,
Jonathan's
yeah.
like, da, da, da. That's the most serious face I've ever seen him put on. That was
you two
crazy.
lit up like fucking fireflies. It was
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
it was
video games have been a
charming.
big part of my life. For
Yeah, I mean,
a
you two.
majority of my
Yeah.
You
life.
two are you're gamers. That's
We
not.
are
That's not a
gamers.
meme.
yeah, definitely the group. You guys are the gamers.
No meme. You guys are gamers.
Thanks, dude.
I'm friends with some real gamers, and that's pretty gaming.
I've played some shitty games, bud.
I played a lot of
Thank you.
shitty games.
Thanks, gamers.
Discuss-
Putting in the work.
We can discuss that on the next podcast.
Thanks, gamers.
We'll discuss that at a different time. Boy, speaking of the next podcast, Alex, you want to give the
Yes,
viewers a little
yes,
something?
Luke, that was awesome. That was very smooth.
Yeah, we'll put that
Anyway,
in the description.
so
We'll put the next
below.
podcast in the description below.
So, anyway, we are on episode 9, as you guys know, and for our big episode 10, the double digit. You know, we've been doing this for 10 weeks. That's actually a long time. We're doing a lot of work and things like that. So we wanted to do something really cool,
Really special for you babies.
special for you babies, and as a celebration for Luke ending
Mama's
his.
gonna
his
cook you up some collard greens.
Hopefully. ending.
Luke will hopefully end his stat
Wait, the
binge.
podcast is ending next week?
No,
We're done?
no.
Holy shit.
The podcast is over,
I
guys.
didn't
It's
even
been,
have
it's
my
been
I
a
didn't
joy.
even have my character building arc. I've been the same horny monster this whole time.
Well, dude, you got a cold and missed the training.
He was
arc.
gonna
It happens.
transform. He's gonna go through the training arc and then become a wholesome man who doesn't talk about horny
How
ever.
the fuck am I supposed to win the Love Live?
You don't. You drop out.
You always lose the love life first time around.
Yeah. Jay, you only got 98 signatures.
He doesn't get it.
I know
he doesn't get it.
He's getting on Luke.
Get your starfish friend have an ass out of my face.
Hey,
Don't you say anything bad
don't
about
you
Foucault.
talk shit about Foucault.
I
Foucault.
feel nothing for any
Fuko.
of you.
All right, get on with it, Alex. Damn it.
All right, I'm getting on with it. So,
Damn,
next
I'll get
week
on
for
with you.
episode 10, we are doing an Ozzer Lane special. That's including the anime, which we're going to binge with Luke next weekend, and the mobile game Ozzer Lane, which all of us play.
And the computer game.
We are fucking
That's right.
obsessed with Ozzer
We'll even
Lane.
touch on that monstrosity.
We are really, really into Ozzer Lane. We've been keeping up with the events and everything. So, if you guys are into Ozzer Lane, you're really gonna enjoy the next episode. I'm really looking forward to this one. I could talk about Ozzer Lane for hours.
If you're
I
not
know.
in Nozer Lane, maybe we'll get you into it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not, have an open mind, because even though a lot of people hate on mobile games, this game is super fun. And dude, there's like hundreds of waifus, every single person, and it's fucking awesome.
It's like the
Shouts
least.
Zuikaku.
Yeah, shouts. It's like the least mobile game I've ever played. If that makes
I
any
haven't played a
sense.
lot of mobile games, so
This,
I can't really.
is the one that I've stuck with the longest. for
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
me
That is
too. I've
certain.
not played a
No.
mobile game this long, and I started in February.
Yup.
I started like November.
I
I
actually
started
started
around November.
yeah.
February 1st. I've been
Dude,
playing
at
this
your-
game
at
for
your
fucking
odds-
7 months.
Luke became a Shikon February 1st.
I only remember that because we went to Corn.
We did.
We-
saw a
we
cool
went-
concert.
Literally, we went to a Corn concert, and while we were walking there, Jay's like, "Luke, download Ozzer Lane." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Cause all the boys play it, and you're gonna play it." And I said, "All right." And this is
Okay.
before we even hung out. Like I didn't even hang out with you guys prior.
Oh,
to
that's
this.
cool.
Yeah.
He was just
I
like-
introduced him to you guys shortly after.
That's
Yeah.
pretty,
I met him
that's
that
gaming.
night
Because I remember I was sitting.
at,
Oh, yeah.
in Columbus.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there, and he's like, "All right, now request to join the guild." And I was like, "All right." And then he like, and then I hear him reading the message. He's like, "Thorpe just messaged me and said, who the fuck is this kid?" And I was like,
Fuck is USS Shampoo.
and I was like,
You did make your name.
I was like,
Shampoo, I
"Oh,
forgot.
that's me."
I'm shampoo.
I downloaded Ozzer Lane.
And now
Shampoo
it takes
also
up.
insinuates the existence of Shampus.
I sent that. and it
Shampoo
pissed me off.
also insinuates the existence of Shamcom.
We'll get into the origin of shampoo next week as well.
Yeah,
don't
but look
I
forward to that
remember it
Ozzer Lane
somehow.
episode. I am unbelievably excited for this one. I don't know how we're gonna do everything yet, but we will. But as we draw to a close, that's all we have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. This one was actually really fun to do. I enjoyed it a lot. We saw a lot of different sides of our homies tonight. Anyway, that's the end of the podcast. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, always email us.
I have a
at-
comment.
Okay, I'll get to it after the show. Email us at the helloharempodcast@gmail.com. We'll answer all your questions, anything you have. Go leave us a like and subscribe on whatever, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, do it all. And you can now subscribe to YouTube, so get on there and watch the latest episode if you want to see visuals of us fucking around and goofing off.
If you want to see Neil,
If you want to see Neil,
That's
I
right,
highly
Neil.
recommend watching the YouTube
you know
video.
what? If you want us to get a hat for Neil, leave a comment down.
Yeah.
Tell us what kind of hat you
guys-
think would
we
look
can-
good on him.
If we can get 10 subscribers by like October on YouTube, we'll get a hat for Neil.
We'll buy him a hat. And you know what? You guys get to choose the hat.
Just 10 subs.
Just
So,
tell us what the hat is.
that
What's the
too.
fucking hat?
All right, anyway, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always. Look forward to next week, Ozzer Lane special, episode 10. Have a great freaking night.